All right, we'll go on. So group number 6, what'd you get?
2250.
All right, skip one. Group 5, get
I got 950.
Yeah,
950.
that's good.
Okay. And group 4, what?
I 700.
Yeah, I did. Now, whoever was having trouble, did you get 700 too? Who was having problems? Did they get 700? Alright. I'm not sure who
Yeah,
was
no,
asked.
I get it.
Okay, good. Alright, so we've computed the range and the deflection. However, we have to convert the range into an elevation. Alright? And this is where the map or the range tables come in. Alright? So if you guys click on your self interaction ace key, the same way when you use to bandage yourself, you'll see you have M119 range table and M224 range tables. Alright? Oh shit, did I put in the wrong range tables?
No, that's good.
Oh right, 224 is the...
Wait. I'm gonna go check.
224 is 60 millimeter.
Alright, whatever, we'll go with it. It's just gonna... all our shots are gonna be off. It's fine. Alright. So, in reality, you'd have the right range table, and, sorry.
Yeah, 250.
Yeah. Damn it.
That's
All
all
right.
good.
Yeah. We'll play. Just for this. Alright. Alright, so you open the range tables, and you'll see across the top, and the 2521 looks exactly the same as this. You'll see the type of round you've got. So for the mortars, you've got 3 types of rounds. You've got HE, Willie Pete, or white phosphorus, which is basically incendiary smoke round. And then we have illumination. Alright? So, the next tab is going to get you the charge. Alright? So we have, again, like we said, close, medium, and far charges. Alright? So, what you do is, you have 3 columns. So we have a couple columns here. We have range, alright, which is basically the range that we just computed using the map tools. And that converts that to an elevation in mils, alright? So it's the elevation in mils on the actual mortar itself. So if I want to fire, for example, HE close at 200 meters, my T&E will be set to 1139er mils, alright? With a charge of close. The next column gives me my altitude. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. 1 second. So my next column gives me my altitude change, alright? And so basically it says, for an altitude change of minus 100 meters, you add this many mils, alright? So let's say I was shooting at 200 meters, but my target was 200 meters below me, alright? In that case, I'd have to add to my elevation 186 mils, right?
Yeah.
So I have 186 mils to my elevation, so I'd take 1139er and add 186, and whatever that gives me would be my true elevation that I have to fire at to hit the target. Same way, if we are shooting at a target that's above us, we do the same thing, but we subtract that. So if I was shooting at 200 meters at a target that's 200 meters above me, I'd have to subtract 93 mils. Now, most of the time, you'll see as you go out to like far charges, that difference gets smaller. But as you increase the elevation, as you get to the extremes of the mortar at the charges, then the difference does make a big difference. It's not just 1 or 2 mils difference. So my rule of thumb is if the target is more than 50 meters above me, then I need to take in the elevation to account. 50 meters above or below. All right. If it's within 50 meters, it's better to just shoot it and take less time to actually calculate it out, because it's not going to make that big of a difference. All right. Okay. The next thing would be a change in the time of flight. So the time of flight is the far right column. All right. So the second to right column is basically how much that elevation change will impact the time of flight. So for example, if I'm firing HE charge medium at 1,000 meters, my time of flight is ordinarily 20.3 seconds. If I'm firing at a target that's 200 meters above me, all right, then that makes my time of flight is going to be 17.8 seconds instead. Or 17.9, one of them. All right, does everyone understand?
Yeah.
So does anyone have any questions about what any of the columns are or how you might calculate them? All right, so I want you to use the 224 range table and pretend like we actually got the right mortars. And I want you to calculate the elevation for your TRP. So group 1 do TRP 101, group 2 202, group 3 103, group 4 104, etc.
13.5 mil at 36 seconds flat.
Alright, yeah, and if you want to get the time of flight, that's good too.
Yeah.
Alright, give you guys a couple more seconds here.
Quick question.
Yep.
If there is more than one charge that'll get us the distance we need, do we normally use the most powerful or the weakest?
Good question. So in mortars, you go for the lowest time of flight.
Gotcha.
The only exception to that is if there's like a really big hill in your way. Like you're like literally behind a building or something, then go for the one that's a higher angle, or else you might hit the building.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, so group, what elevation are we going to be firing at? And you can give me the time of flight if you did that too.
Yeah, 345 mil at 36 seconds flat.
So 13:45 and 36 seconds. Alright, cool.
Yes.
Alright, group 2, what elevation? Group 2?
1360.
Sorry, say again?
1360.
1360, very good. Alright, group 3.
1456.
Oh, also tell me the charge. Sorry. So group 1, what charge was that?
5.
Alright, group 2.
5.
Group 3.
Medium.
Alright, group 4. What's your elevation and charge?
Charge medium, elevation 2199, seconds 21.6.
Very good. 5.
Charge medium, elevation 1163, time of flight 20.6.
Very good. And group 6.
Charge far, elevation 1229, time of flight 34.2.
Very good. Alright, does anyone have any questions? Alright, you're all officially pretty much qualified to shoot the mortars. The only thing you have to do is go out there and actually do it. So just before we do that, though, I want to talk about one last thing. So this is a pretty typical scenario I've given you guys. I've given you guys a list of TRPs, all right? Something a mission commander might do, right? These are suspected enemy locations, basically anywhere where he wants to be able to deliver fire almost instantaneously. So as the mortar crew, if your commander doesn't mark TRPs, you should at least suggest it. I mean, in a rare case, they'll say no, but pretty much any mission where you've got a mortar, the only thing I can think of, the exception is like a light infantry thing with a 60 mm mortar, where you're just going to use it in a direct fire roll. In that case, you probably wouldn't put TRPs up. But anything else, you're probably going to have TRPs. Alright? So as soon as you get in the game, you should begin immediately doing this for every TRP that you've got. Alright? Noting the elevation difference. Alright, if it's significant, adding that into your calculations, finding the deflection, the range, and the elevation. Alright? At that point, the gun probably has, and writing everything down. Doesn't help if you calculate it and then don't have it in a clear, precise manner. Whatever works for you so that you can figure it out quickly. Alright? The last thing is, for each weapon system, typically you'll be given an FPF. Alright? And especially in a defensive mission, that stands for Final Protective Fires. Alright? This is where you should have your gun oriented at all times, unless you're firing a mission. And an FPF is basically the oh shit, we're about to get overrun fire. Alright? So that's fire that's usually extremely danger close, so it needs to be your most accurate calculation. And basically it's where you keep your gun oriented unless you've got another mission. So let's say